The largest hub for the largest low-cost airline in the world. Yes, that's right guys, we finally got our hands on London Stansted Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you'll never guess, it's available for 100% free. This is freeware, and frankly, it's absolutely insane. Let's have a good old look. Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, I keep you up to date with the most important Microsoft Flight Simulator news, add-ons and more. Today I'll be taking a look through this wonderful airport, Echo Golf Sierra Sierra by Liam. By the looks of it, his first release on flightsim.to. He's been keeping us waiting for a while and it makes for a nice surprise. The link is in the description, download it now guys. This is a truly incredible airport, payware quality, and of course, you can get it for free, so who can complain? Let's have a look at the best features. I'll give you my thoughts at the end if you don't already know them, and then we'll wrap the video up. So if you like this sort of content, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, but now let's get right into it. So welcome to the front of the terminal building here at London Stansted. As you can see, we've got some custom made buses, which is already a nice touch. And yes, some of them do move. There you go, you can see some moving in the background now just below, I don't know, this is the short stay car park I believe. As you can see, we've got that beautiful canopy at the front and you can see through the glass. However, popping through, we haven't got much inside. Hopefully we might get some updates in the future in here, but who knows, it's only an airport, we don't need everything inside to fly around it. The roads and surrounding buildings have been miraculously crafted to basically perfection. I can't really fault it. Yeah, sure, there's some bits I can moan about, but realistically, who cares about what the train station underneath the airport terminal looks like? We're flying around it. It's not a train simulator, but it's nice to see that we do actually get some sort of platforms remodeled. Flags waving in the wind makes a nice touch in front of Essex Police Headquarters over here at London Stansted, with the Hampton Inn, a hotel, right next to it. There you can see a bus rolling off, dropping off some passengers at the front of the terminal now. Just doing a brief flyover with the drone camera, you can see that some of the textures on the roads have been updated, as well as the sign that welcomes you to this beautiful low-cost hub. Starting to look at the west side of the terminal, you can see we've got the cargo hub here. Stansted is a really important cargo airport. We've got FedEx, DHL, TNT all over this side, as well as Royal Mail. We'll be taking a closer look at this later, but now let's go take a look at the apron airside. So coming over to our side, you can see we've got a Jet 2 static aircraft there. We've got the beautiful main terminal building, which we're now getting very close to. Notice all of the ground vehicles moving about, a lot of them custom made. Really impressive stuff. Slowly flying over the terminal, although it looks quite modern still, I believe it was built in the 1990s. You can see we've got the light transit train just coming along the front, which does move. And it's these things that really add up to produce a fantastic airport. We've got all the satellite terminals as well, which do have some sort of interior, although it's nothing to shout about in there. Really, for this airport, the detail is all on the outside. And I just cannot get over the custom ground vehicles. Impressive stuff. So here we are on the ramp now. EasyJet do operate at Stansted, although nothing like Ryanair. All of the ground service vehicles do work as intended. Of course, they're not custom, but the detail around them are. Beautiful stuff. We've got an emergency stop button here, and of course, the stand sign. I've flown from London Stansted a few times now, and because most of the carriers there are low cost, they don't want to be using no jet bridge. You'll be taking the stairs and walking up to the aircraft, which personally I prefer. Of course, that's modelled correctly here. So the terminal itself is beautiful. Ground markings are impeccable, really taking Microsoft Flight Simulator to its full potential. But how's the performance? Well, as you can see, it's remarkably smooth. Pulling into the airport, coming up close, taking it for a landing, taking it for a takeoff and a few circuits. Yeah, No massive level of detail pop-ins. You can see a few stuff despawn, but nothing that really stands out. Performance, FPS stays strong. I do recommend this is probably going to really require 16GB of RAM. You'll probably struggle at 8GB, but 16GB will probably do enough. I've got 32, so I guess I can't really say too much, but it is a smooth airport that doesn't seem to negatively impact my FPS. A big thing for me are taxiway signs. Really important if you're on VATSIM or IVAO. I basically can't use an airport if it doesn't have proper taxiway signs online, but luckily this airport does. Very well done. Although in my opinion they are a bit small, they're all there. I'll just have to zoom in to see them, not a biggie. As I said, coming over to the cargo area, you can see we've got our fire station here, which looks like how it does in real life. And plenty of lorries. None of them move, sadly, but you know, it doesn't detract from the experience. Having this many is impressive and really makes the airport feel alive. And here's the cargo ramp. All we really need is an MD-11 now, and we're set. Moving further along, no visit to London Stansted would be complete without the big blue Ryanair hangar at the west side of the airport. And of course we get 737 galore here. All we really need is a proper one for Microsoft Flight Simulator to be able to fly around in. Come on PMDG, I'd love to see it. Finally we've got the diamond hangar, and it does feel a bit sparse around here, so I imagine they're still working on it. This is kind of an executive hangar. I think it's also a conference centre as well. This side of the airport is obviously incomplete. He's clearly still working on some things over here. This is the Harrods Aviation Centre, or it's around here anyway. And those car parks at the moment haven't been filled in. I believe they're being used as COVID test centres at the moment, so I guess they're pretty empty anyway. And finally, we've got the aircraft fire testing zone. Fire training zone, I should say. You can see we've got a Frankenstein of an aircraft here, which is looking a bit textureless, but as a first release, I think it's pretty impressive so far. And if I'm ever plane spotting at London Stansted, you'll find me here on the hill. Here we go, this is my spotting area. I've stood in this exact spot. If I'm at London Stansted, you'll find me here. Really perfect for capturing departures and arrivals. The only thing I could really fault it for is the tyre and skid marks not being over the runway markings, but as he says in the description, that's an Asobo limitation, so we really can't blame him for that. As soon as Asobo bring it over, this will look much better and much more realistic. How does it compare at night? Well, let's swap over quickly. And there we go, as everything comes to light up, you can see this does look really impressive. My favourite feature would have to be at the front of the airport. It looks really good lit up. I mean, this does look really realistic, brings back good memories. And here we go, looking at the front of the terminal, you can see we've got the lollipop crossing lights. That is attention to detail right there, my friends. It is a really stunning bit of kit. I do highly recommend it. The control tower is also modelled. And coming over to it, you'll see we've got a little bit of an interior in there. Although sadly the funny glass does make it very fuzzy, still nice to see that some attention has been paid here, and of course there's plenty of time to really perfect this. So what do I think of this product? Well, it's fantastic. There's plenty of details I haven't explored because I haven't got the time, but I do highly recommend it, and it's free and it's available on flightsim.to right now. I'll be flying from here quite often. It will probably become my favourite airport now. If you've enjoyed this in-depth look at London Stansted Airport by Liam, then be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to my first class channel members. They get a shout out on the screen now. You guys really helped me out. First class channel members get a bunch of perks, including shout outs in the video, photo and status updates, and a lot more. If you've enjoyed and would love to support the channel, it's a really good way to do it. Anyway guys, from me today, that is all. Bye bye.